3 weeks after giving birth, Sarah couldn't stop staring at her sleeping baby, terrified that she felt absolutely nothing at all. This wasn't the blissful exhaustion the brochures promised. It was a cold, hollow detachment that signals a silent, rising crisis in the fourth trimester. Most new mothers hide this dread, masking their struggle until the breaking point. If you recognize this hollow numbness, you are not failing. You are witnessing the early critical warning signs. Take a deep breath and let's talk about this with the care and honesty it deserves. Many people assume postpartum depression is just the baby blues, but they're two very different experiences. The baby blues usually arrive within the first few days after giving birth, characterized by mood swings, crying spells, and a bit of anxiety. They typically peak around day 5 and resolve on their own by the 2-week mark. But postpartum depression, or PPD, is a different, more persistent shadow that can linger for months. According to research from the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, roughly 1 in 8 women experiences significant depression following childbirth. That's a staggering number, yet it's often hidden behind a mask of perfectionism and exhaustion. Let's start with the first, most overlooked sign, which I call the emotional detachment shift. It's not just about feeling sad. Often it's about feeling nothing at all. You might find yourself staring at your newborn and feeling a strange, hollow distance where there should be overwhelming joy. You love your child, you know you do, but you just can't feel the warmth of that connection right now. I remember a friend named Sarah who went through this. She was a high-achieving corporate attorney, and she felt like she had failed the most important project of her life. She told me, "I feel like a spectator in my own nursery." She wasn't sobbing, she was just numb. That numbness is a classic early red flag. If you're checking the boxes of daily care, but feel like you're operating on autopilot, don't ignore it. It's not a character flaw. It's a biological response to a massive hormonal crash. After delivery, your progesterone and estrogen levels plummet from the highest point in your life to near zero in just 48 hours. That's the hormonal equivalent of a cliff jump. Your brain is simply trying to recalibrate under extreme stress. Recognizing that the feeling isn't you is the first step toward getting past it. Now let's move to the second sign, which is the anxiety-insomnia trap. You're probably thinking, of course I have insomnia. I have a newborn. But there is a distinct difference between being awake because a baby is hungry and being awake because your mind is trapped in a loop of terrifying, intrusive thoughts. These thoughts aren't your personality. They are the hallmark of perinatal anxiety, which frequently co-occurs with PPD. You might find yourself obsessing over hypothetical disasters. What if I trip on the stairs while holding them? What if they stop breathing while I finally close my eyes? Studies from the National Institutes of Health suggest that this type of hypervigilance is a physiological symptom of the postpartum brain struggling to regulate its fear response. It's not that you're worried, it's that your nervous system is stuck in an on position. When you're in this state, your brain forgets how to trigger the off switch, leading to a vicious cycle of exhaustion. You're physically exhausted but mentally wired. If you're finding that even when the baby is finally sleeping for a solid 4-hour stretch, you're still lying there wide-eyed, heart racing at 3 in the morning, that's a clinical symptom, not just new parent fatigue. If you're finding this perspective helpful and want to keep learning about navigating the complexities of postpartum health, consider subscribing. I put out deep dives like this to help you reclaim your baseline, and the best part is coming up next. Okay, remember how I said the best one was coming? Here it is, the avoidance of help paradox. This is the most dangerous sign because it convinces you that asking for help is a sign of incompetence. You might find yourself turning down offers of help from your partner, your parents, or your friends. You convince yourself that if you just work a little harder, drink one more coffee, or get more organized, you'll be able to fix the way you feel. You start hiding your struggle. You smile on the video calls to the grandparents. You post the perfect photos on social media. You effectively build a wall around your reality because you're terrified that admitting you're drowning will make you look like a bad mother. But here's the data point that changes everything. A landmark study published in the Journal of Affective Disorders in 2018 found that mothers who sought professional support within the first 4 weeks of symptom onset saw a 62% faster recovery rate than those who tried to manage their symptoms independently. 62%. That is a massive margin. The avoidance is actually a symptom of the depression itself. It tricks you into believing that isolation is your only option. It makes you believe that you are a burden. You are not a burden. You are a person in a medical crisis, and you deserve to be treated with the same urgency as any other health condition. If you're currently stuck in this cycle, the single most effective thing you can do is reach out to your OBGYN or primary care provider and use the word struggle. You don't need to diagnose yourself. You just need to show up and say, I am struggling. They have heard that sentence 1,000 times. They have tools, ranging from therapy to medication to support groups, that can literally bring you back to yourself. I want you to let that sink in for a second. Your worth as a person and your capacity as a parent are not defined by your ability to muscle through a physiological health challenge. PPD is not a moral failing. It's a temporary, treatable, and common condition. The fog will lift. It just requires the right support to guide you through the mist. There you go. 3 distinct signs: the emotional numbness, the hypervigilant insomnia, and the trap of avoiding support. Any one of these is a valid reason to seek help. Don't wait for it to get worse. Don't wait until you reach a breaking point. If you know someone who just brought a baby home, send this video to them. You don't have to be accusatory. You can just say, I saw this and thought it was really informative, and I wanted you to have it. It's a gentle way of saying, I see you and I'm here if you're struggling. Subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation, and please take care of yourself today. You're doing a much better job than your brain is currently letting you believe. I'll see you in the next one.